Just a few weeks before the new school year will resume, international students out of China are still wondering if they're still going to continue with online classes.
Online classes.
I know when you hear the word online classes, you're still like, online classes again? Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is Business Connect, your #1 YouTube channel that brings you news about international students in China, foreigners in China, and generally the life of an expat in China. In today's video, we will be bringing you updates about the return of international students in China. And specifically today, we'll be talking about updates from some specific countries, from some different countries that have mentioned about the return of international students to China, or what the country are doing, or what the country is doing, or what the country's government is doing to make sure that international students resume their classes in China. So if this is your first time on our channel and you're interested in such stuff, or you've been watching our videos but you're not yet subscribed, why not hit that subscription button and join us on the channel so that each time we upload videos like this, YouTube will notify you and you'll be the first to watch our videos. Just to let you know, the new school year was supposed to start in the first week of September in China, but with the outbreak of the Delta variant, most cities in China have postponed classes resumption, and students will have to take online classes first until the country is under control, until the cities have put the virus under control, especially the Delta variant, which they say is more contagious. We've been talking a lot about the issue of international students, and today I'll be bringing you some updates on some different countries that have mentioned what their country is doing to make sure that international students return to China. So the first country we'll be talking about is Pakistan. And on the 23rd of July, according to the Pakistan Embassy in China, the country is collecting data, or the country opened a platform on their website where students have registered their information. This is with the intent of letting the Chinese authorities to know the number of Pakistani students who are stranded and ready to return to continue their studies in China. Also, provided that the pandemic situation in Pakistan is already under control and Pakistan has approved Chinese vaccines, we think Pakistani students might be one of the first students that will be considered when China opens its borders. The platform was open and data has been collected. We are sure that the authorities are processing the data and the two diplomatic missions are doing the negotiations. And anytime soon, the students will have the good news they've been waiting for. The second country we'll be talking about is Armenia. On 5th of August, we received information from the Chinese embassy in Armenia that students could start applying for visas from the 16th of August. But a few days later, the information was changed and mentioned only other visas, but not student visas. But we think that this is also one of the countries that is already doing something positive to make sure that international students resume their studies in China. And we think that if students were mentioned, and we don't know what happened later on, they were taken out of the list. But we just believe that if students were mentioned and a few hours or a few days later taken off from the list, it means that there is something in the pipeline for students. So we think the ice is gradually melting. A few days ago, we also received information that students from Malaysia could start applying for students' visas. But as the controversy always comes, a few days later, another information went circulating that they were talking about Chinese students who are in Malaysia who wants to return to China, and not Malaysians who are in Malaysia who wants to return to China. So you see, there's always controversy about this topic. But I'd like to let you understand that once there is controversy like this, we always say there is no smoke without fire. It means that there is something cooking in the background. That's why we get controversy, we get messages like this. But we just strongly believe that if controversial messages are coming up like this, it means that there is something in the pipeline, and before you know it, the information will be official and students will be able to book their flights and return to China. The next country that we'll be talking about is South Korea. We know this is the only country that had once received the privilege of their international students resuming to China when the borders were closed. And recent information still says that there are diplomatic negotiations going on to bring back South Korean students to China. We don't know how official and how true this information is, but we're just telling you that once we get the official information and the official news from the website, we're going to come here to do another video to let you guys know. In a monthly meeting with reporters on July 27, South Korean ambassador to China, Jang Hwa-sung, explained that the country have reached agreement with the Chinese authorities to resume visa issuance for international students and employment visa holders. And he also mentioned that China had allowed South Korean students to resume studies in China, owing to the fact that at that time the COVID-19 scenario was well controlled in the country and the domestic transmission rates were negligible. So we believe that once the vaccination speeds are up and China has reached herd immunity, the countries where the domestic COVID-19 scenario is under control might get priority. This is because it will reduce the risk of the spread of the virus as seen in the Nanjing outbreak. Other countries in Asia, Southeast Asia, the Middle East and Africa have also mentioned that their diplomatic missions are dealing with this with Chinese authorities, and once something concrete is out, they're going to make the students know. India, which hosts about 20,000 medical students, has said that it has taken the issue to facilitating the return of its students with Chinese authorities on several occasions. On the other hand, the Chinese Minister of Foreign Affairs, Wang Wenbin, has made repeated affirmations that the Chinese government always attach high importance to the issue of foreign students coming to China for their studies. And on the basis of ensuring safety amid the COVID-19, we will consider in a coordinated manner arrangements for allowing foreign students to return and continue their studies in China. The media and other influencers have not had rest, and they have continuously hit hard on Chinese authorities to bring back international students to China. Before I end this video, I'd like to let you guys understand that the ice is melting, and we hope that by the end of this year, China would have achieved herd immunity. Other countries that are gearing up with vaccination would have also brought the virus under control, and we hope that international students will resume their studies in China anytime soon. This is Business Connect. If you find the video interesting, please hit that subscription button, join us on the channel, like the video. I'll see you in our next video. Peace out and bye-bye.